Hi, I'm Kim Lang, your host here inside Teletherapy Activities for Kids. And the other week, I shared an activity with you that I use in my teens called the I Am Mandala. And I got a bunch of questions afterwards about how did I make the digital version of the mandala. While you can absolutely just have kids drawing this and sharing it over the screen or sharing it in your office, people were like, hey, we have kids that are really into the digital stuff. How do you do that? How can we make this digitally? So that is what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to share my screen and pull this up. So this is what the one I shared looked like. It was a circle with the digital words that the child chose and some digital images. And when you go to Canva, yours might look a little different depending on what version you have, but you're going to start by searching, and you're going to search for flyer, and you're going to search for the horizontal one, which is going to be the 8.5 by 5.5. So you're going to start there, click that. And then it'll bring up a bunch of templates for flyers. We are going to create a blank flyer. And then once this is up, we're going to start creating. So the next step is to go to elements, and we need to get our circle element. So we'll type in circle, and it'll bring in a bunch of different circles. Again, depending on if you're using the free or paid version, you'll have different choices here. If you would like to make sure that animation doesn't show up, you can go to this menu here and just click static and apply the filter, and you will only get static circles to choose from. And so I like one with a thinner line. Let's see. This one has a little bit of a, there we go. This one has a nice line. So we're going to click the corners to expand it. And you can have your kids choose which circle they would like as well, or you can have this pre-made ahead of time for when you get started. So we're going to center that, expand it. And if you'd like to change the edge color of your circle, like sometimes I like to make it a little less stark with a gray color. So you would go up to the color box, scroll down to default colors. The grays are always there. If you want to make it a specialty color, you can go right here to new colors, and you can either move it around or put in a hex code depending what you'd like, but I like the gray color. Okay. So we now have created a flyer and we have our circle. So the next thing is, if your child has completed the activity, they will have picked 3 to 5 words that they want to add to their mandala. So we'll click add a heading, because that will give you the largest choice. Subheading and a little bit of body text are smaller automatically from the start. So we're going to pick this one, and then we'll type in our word. Maybe our word was play. Maybe they chose to say that they are play. So we've got our word. Up here, you can make it bold, or you can make it italics, or you can change the color if you'd like it to be purple. You can also change the size. If he's like, your child, your kiddo you're working with is like, I would like this to be bigger, I would like those to be smaller. So you can kind of do whatever works there. Some of the more fun features, if you go up to this, where mine says Lato, because that is my font that I had chosen, you can click it and it will bring up a whole font menu. And when you type in handwritten or handwriting, it'll bring up all of the fonts that are like handwriting. For this activity, I use permanent marker. It's not at the top. So if you want to use the one that was in my example, just go down to permanent marker and I'll change it to look more like handwriting. If you want to use something that's more script-like, you can choose, oh, this one's taking a lot. Okay, Leo hand, really anything. There are some very pretty fonts in here that would be like, there's this very scripty. This one might be pretty, bright sunshine caps. So again, you choose your font, how you want it to show, and you can move these just like the circle. Maybe we want that one up there. We're going to click and drag it. And maybe you want it a little angled. That is what this circle is. You can also change the font size. We talked about changing up there, but you can change it by click and dragging as well. Then once you have your words, your 3 to 5 words on the mandala, the next thing is choosing your elements. So we're going to go to elements where we found our circle. And there are some things that make it more likely you're going to find things that are hand drawn or things that will be good for the mandala. Okay, so things that I have searched are doodles. And this will bring up a bunch of things that look hand drawn. You can see doodles bring up a bunch of hand drawn looking images that would be good. And if you find one that you like, again, you would, there's a nice one. You would click and drag it and bring it on over, and you can resize it. Again, you can rotate it in any direction you'd like it to be, and you can move it on up. So we've got doodles. Another good one is vibrant doodles. If you have a child that is more into the color, they like some brightness, want to add something that's a little more fun, you can decide what size that is and put that wherever you want. Maybe you want it to be in the background. So in that case, you'd go over here and then you would go up to position and you would position it backwards, and we'd click it twice because it's behind the guitar and the word. All right, another ones, we've got doodles, vibrant doodles, icon. Icon pulls up some interesting shapes and images usually as well. Hand drawn gives you some things that are more in the, again, that go with the hand drawn, the mandala look that we're going for. And hand painted is a good one to search. Hand painted and sketch. Sketch brings up some things that look more like I've drawn that as well. And you can put those on there. So maybe they wanted a light bulb because maybe they put learning or something like that as one of their words. So we can angle it. If you want to use the same word again, you can go up here to more. And this plus button is duplicate. So if I wanted to make another word and maybe I wanted to put learning, or I am learning. That could go there. Maybe you don't want that one to be purple. You can change that to a turquoise. And maybe you would like that fun heart behind it. And again, you would size it to whatever size seems best, where you want it. And then you would go up to position and move it backwards so it's behind. Doesn't really show up the word very well. I don't really like it. So I might go, when things are behind, sometimes you have to move them back to the front to get rid of them. So you go to position for the word and move it backwards so you can get to the heart again. I have to move that one back as well. Oh, I've moved the circle to the front. That's what's going on. All right, now I should be able to get it. There we go. All right, sometimes when things get layered, you have to reposition them to be able to click them to delete them, you know, for maybe I decided I like that one better. So it might be like growing and learning with the light bulb. And we can click and move that there and have that kind of image. And then maybe I want something doodle plus. So if you add a doodle plus, it's when you know what you're looking for. So maybe I want a tree. And it'll bring up all the doodles of trees. And again, I can click and drag and put this over here. Maybe size it a little different. Move it on down there. All right, so that is how we can do the text and we can do the icon elements. Again, the things I found great to search for in the element box, because there can be so many things over there, are doodles, vibrant doodles, icon, hand drawn, hand painted, and sketch. And once you have it completed, you go over here to download, click it, select your file type, which you're going to want to be PDF or PDF print. I usually do PDF print. And then you're just going to click the download button and it's ready to print out. So to summarize, basically you create a blank flyer, you choose your circle element, you choose your font and add your words, then you choose your elements and resize and position them. And then you are all set to print it out as a PDF and you have your completed mandala. I will add the link for those of you that don't have Canva. I will add that to this post. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I hope you have a lot of fun with this because I have. Bye.